Hi there, my name is Alex, and I'm working with Stein on SACRE BLEU. I'm a student studying at Simon Fraser University as a game designer. I also have a disability that requires I use a power wheelchair for mobility. I've been having an absolute blast helping Stein flesh out the world of SACRE BLEU. One of the things I get asked by friends and family is what I actually do as a job. My go-to response is the grand cake metaphor! Making games is like baking a cake. My role as a designer is to write the recipe for the cake. Game. Do white chocolate and lime go together? Maybe. Let's slap them together in a prototype, playtest it, and see. A designer doesn't necessarily need to bake the cake themselves, or decorate with frosting or fondant. That's why we have coders and artists. And let me say, Stein makes excellent frosting. I mean art. Okay, this metaphor may be getting out of hand. Another explanation for those of you that may be gluten intolerant comes from Liz England's blog, where she describes what she calls the door problem. You are making a game that has doors. Can the player open them? Can the player open every door in the game? Or are some doors for decoration? How does the player know the difference? Can doors be locked and unlocked? This goes on for another 20 points. Give the post a read. It's great. Link in the description. This is what a designer does. Answer these types of questions. Okay, back to SACRE BLEU. One of my first tasks on SACRE BLEU was to slap together a game design document. That again being the recipe for the cake. Game. God, I just want cake so bad right now. Some of the high-level goals we had was to solidify the vision for overarching level progression and game feel for combat. For level progression, we shifted from more of a map model to a central hub room with physical space. The rationale being, a hub room would give a more tangible feel to the world of SACRE BLEU. As for combat game feel, we implemented a system we're calling flow within the team. The basic idea for flow is to keep the player moving, experiencing platforming and combat at a quick pace. This hopefully contributes to what we like to call the Musketeer Ballet, where you gracefully glide through levels and murder people. All of this also feeds into the idea of scope, and making sure that you and your team can finish your game. Because remember, your game idea is too big.com. Okay, final note before I finish my rant. I had mentioned I have a disability, so I have a soft spot for accessibility in games. That simply being eliminating barriers so that everyone can play your game. Solutions to barriers can be anything from colorblind modes to subtitles to rebindable inputs. A good place to start if you would like to learn more is Game-accessibility-Guildelines.com. Link in the description. As a game dev, if you identified, let's say, 100 features you could add to eliminate barriers in your game, but you're only able to implement 30. That is 30%. That is an F. Do not think like this. Instead, consider every feature you add as a new high score in accessibility. Then, every game you make, work to break your high score. I think that's all the time I have for today. Thank you all for following the journey of SACRE BLEU, and until next time, au revoir!